But I do want to encourage anybody, if you have an 11-year-old kids, we really have no business being in a nightclub. So.
So that kind of shaped you. Like you said, that, you're watching him DJ, you're seeing the crowd erupt. So did you immediately go right after that and start like getting turntables, or did you mess up your dad's old records, or like how does it? Because I know I wanted to DJ at one point, and my mom caught me like trying to on her record. Man, she wants to tore me up. She's like, no, yes. we don't do that.
Well, it's funny because soon after that. A lot of people don't know that I was popping at that time. And my very first job was selling records at 11 years old. Soon after that, I started selling records at a swamp meet called the Vermont Swamp Meet for a man named Steve Yano. And I sold records there for about 3 years. So what I was doing, I was saving, actually buying records with the $20 that he was giving me. I will buy one record. It was an album was like $6.99 at that time. A 12-inch was either $2.99 or $3.99, somewhere around there. And the rest of the money I would blow in arcade, because I used to love, Star Castle, Asteroids,
nice,
Galaga, and all that fun stuff. But I started out very, very young. But it was my sisters who was buying records like Queen. I remember that was one of the first ones. My brother had a record, La Chic, Good Times. Oh. And all we had was a home stereo. But it wasn't until a friend named Nathan Gale, may he rest in peace, when I went to junior high school, back then junior high school started at 7th grade, when he let me borrow a record. And that's literally what changed like my whole world.
Really? Okay, nice. Yeah. So he just let you borrow the records, you kind of took him home, another record player, and you just kind of started...
Well, it was funny because he comes up to me and I told him I want to be a DJ. He was my good friend. He was popping was fading out and breaking was taking over.
Right, okay.
So he was a breaker. And one day he told me, he said, what do you know about scratching? Now, I'll be honest with you. At that time, I'm thinking, what? I'd never heard of it. Right. And he said, yeah. He goes, I have a record by Grandmaster Flash and On the Wheels of Steel. He said, I'll let you borrow it. And I go, and what does he do? He goes, he's scratching. And I was like, I know, but what is that? And he said, well, I'm not quite sure how he does it, but he almost goes forward, backwards. He goes, that's what it sounds like he's doing. So I'm intrigued because at that time, I'm only thinking blending songs into songs. So he lets me borrow the record. I go home. And I play it. And it's weird that he was scratching La Chic and Queen, Another One Bites the Dust. So also the same records that we had at the house.
Oh, right. So that's something you can practice with and listen, kind of mimic that a little bit.
That's exactly what I did. And it was weird because on Good Times, I heard him for the first time ever do a good. And I remembered that. So I'm like, how is he doing it? So now they were talking about breaking and DJing on TV. Mm. And it was just like perfect timing. And then they said, and Grandmaster Flash, and I turned around and they showed him picking up needles, doing scratching, and he turned around and he controlled the fader. And that right there changed my whole world. I was like, okay, now I know what he does. He turns on the volume, turns it off. Turns on the volume, turns it off. All we had was a house stereo. So it was a round fader.
Right, I remember those, okay.
So I had no scratch pad and I was scratching the hell out of my sister's records. So I had Good Times and here I was. Good, and that's how I started.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. Okay, nice.
So that was the beginning of my scratching career.
Wow, that's pretty cool. So